So today we're going to cover a couple of different tips about how you can reduce the possibility of tire sling. We're going to talk about application technique, amount, and proper dry time. So what we've done is we took some paper and just taped it to the fender wells here, and we're going to do two different application methods on the front and the back. So the front, what we're going to do is use an applicator, and then on the rear we're going to spray directly onto the tire. And what we basically want to do there is just highlight pros and cons of both application method. I'm just going to spray my product directly onto my applicator. This could be a round applicator, a cotton applicator, whichever. I tend to like the foams. It's personal preference. And then I'm actually just going to kind of work this back and forth. And that's kind of key here because you want to get full coverage. And if you've got any designs in the tires, like these textured areas, you want to make sure you get both sides of it. We're using a solvent-based dressing here. And one of the benefits here is it does tend to dry faster. So for you guys that have limited amount of time when you're doing a car, solvent base, if you can use it, is really a great way to go. So some of the benefits of wiping it on directly rather than spraying it are the wheel doesn't get dirty, we haven't contaminated our painted surface around from just spraying, and you get this really nice, even, uniform look all the way across the tire. It takes a little bit more time, but I think that the end result is worth it. Okay, we're going to move to the back now. So back here, this is typically what you're going to see a lot more in the field when you're at a high volume dealership, somewhere where they don't have a lot of time, but they got to get the job done. So this is where amount comes into play. You really don't want to overspray on this thing to the point to where it's dripping, because that plays into our next point, which is dry time. Anytime you over apply the product onto the tire, it's going to increase the dry time. It's thicker, it's going to take longer to dry out. Even being solvent based or water based would be even longer. So you're still going for full coverage, but bear in mind that you don't want to soak the whole thing, because that'll in turn also get the wheel dirty. So here we go. We're just going to spray on, and I'm not going to go 2 or 3 times around this. You'll see I just try and gently mist. Okay, so you can see by spraying it on, it's fast and it's easy, but this illustrates my point already. Look, we've already got silicone, or we've already got tire dressing on our cladding here, and we haven't even moved the car yet. You can also see it all around the wheel. So it is going to definitely create more of a mess this way. But the whole point to us putting this on here is we are going to take the car out now. We're going to do a quick lap around, and then we're going to come back in, and what we want to highlight is the difference between the application methods. So you can see wiped on, we've already got a cleaner wheel and tire to start with. Back here, we've got some legs, so the product's running down, and we're not going to give it a lot of time to dry. This is going to be kind of a simulation to see what it would be like in real life, you know, if you were in a shop or if you were at a dealership and it was a quick spot delivery or something along those lines. So we're going to take the car out now. When we get back, we'll show you the end results. So we've got the car back in the garage now, and as you can see, the application method, the amount, and the dry time definitely make a difference. If you look front to back, we've got a very big difference. There's almost nothing here. I don't think we actually got any sling on the front. And on the rear, you can see the legs on the tire. It's starting to stretch out. You can see it's starting to run all over the inside of the tire well. I understand it's exaggerated, and that was an awful lot on there, but for the visual, we really just wanted to nail the point home that, you know, with proper application technique, right amount of product and appropriate dry time, it's really going to change the end all result. You know, you can see that when we had to go fast, it still looks good and it's shiny, but we've got a lot more sling. So I've got to clean it up when I'm done driving. So there's definitely more to do there, and it's going to take more time now. Whereas here we took a little bit more time in the beginning, but we're done. There's no more work to be done, and I think it's got a better overall uniform look. So if you can apply these 3 tech tips, you know, to your application method, I think you'll end up with a better end all result. So I hope all those tips were helpful, and if you have any questions, by all means, please reach out to us. And as always, please like and subscribe.